Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be doing this lovely look, and I am going to be using my Sir John and Luminous Air palette. This was a collaboration that they made honoring the Lion King. And for those of you that don't know, Sir John is an amazing makeup artist. He's been known to work with many celebrities, but in particular, the Queen, Beyonce. I love me some Beyonce. Anyway, so I feel like you guys will hear me say it over and over and over again. This is one of my favorite palettes, and it is definitely one of my favorite palettes. If there is one color in this palette that I would say I could do without, it would be the purple. It doesn't pack a punch. Like, it's not as vivid or as bright as these two shades here. It's beautiful, but it's just not one that I feel like is as vibrant. I would have liked for it to have been more vibrant. But overall, I would say that if I can pick one palette to live with, I'm gonna say it's probably this one. It's up there. I think about like Pat McGrath Bronze Seduction. Yeah, Bronze Seduction. It's one of my jams. But this one, I just feel like it has everything I need. So, like I was saying, if you guys want to see how I got this look, let's go. All right, guys, so on my face, I just have on the Milk foundation stick, and I used a little bit of primer. So I'm going to be using one of my favorite palettes. This palette literally has every shade that I love, and that includes the brights. So we're going to be using the Lion King, Sir John, and Luminous Air palette. I'm going to start off by taking Safari Khaki, which is this really soft sand shade. I'm using a MAC 224. And I'm just going to take this and dust it all over my lid. Guys, I don't know if you can still get this palette. I say that every time I use it. But it is so good. I love this palette so much. It's probably the one palette that I would probably use every day if I could. I mean, I could, right? But I have so much stuff, but this palette is one of my favorites for sure. I just feel like I love the packaging. Obviously, you have Simba, or Nala. You have Nala. And it's sleek, it's easy to travel with. The colors are just stunning and easy. It's a beautiful palette. I'm gonna shut up about this palette now and just do my thing. The other thing, just last thing I'm gonna say is that it is such a neutral palette, and then of course you have these little pops of color, but it's such an easy palette to use, and I feel like anyone can use this palette. So that's it. Now I'm done. So I'm gonna take Wisdom, which is this peachy shade. This was the first color that we used, and we're going to use this, and I'm just going to lightly use this to blend the edges out. It's just another little step I'm doing. It's also adding some warmth to Khaki. Khaki is a very neutral khaki shade, and this is going to just make the brow pop a little bit more. This alone looks stunning. So now I'm going to take more of a tapered brush. This is a Smith Cosmetics brush, and this is a 247, and I'm going to take King. King is this beautiful shade here, and I am just going to take this and apply it right into the crease. I've used this palette a ton, and even as I'm running like my brush through it, you can still see the texture and design of the shadow. And all I'm doing is just tracing my crease, and that's just going to give this look a little bit more depth. Wow, look how pretty this looks. I'm just going to bring that right down the side. So I'm just going to bring this right down the sides of my nose then we'll blend it out. But such a beautiful palette, such a beautiful palette. So just with a sponge, I'm going to lightly blend out the edges, because again, I don't want this look to be very obvious. Like, this is going to be soft. You could even use the foundation brush or sponge that you use, but I washed mine as soon as I got done. Big mistake. All right, guys, so now I'm going to take a fluffy brush and I'm going to go back in with Wisdom. So this here. And I am going to, again, just use that to diffuse King. I love this palette so much. So much. So I'm going to go back with the same brush that I used for King, and I'm going to take African Clay. I was torn between these two, but I think I'm going to do African Clay. And I've loaded up my brush, and I'm just going to take this and apply, yeah, this is a good choice, and just apply it to the outer and inner corner. Man, if I could, I'm not gonna say it. I was gonna say if I could just tell you guys how much I love this palette, but I think I've communicated that to you guys already. But I love this palette so much. Every time I use it, I know it's what I say, but every color in here is literally perfection. Sorry guys, I won't say it again. You guys know where we're going with this, right? We are definitely doing a halo eye. And I'm gonna use Nala in the center, which is this beautiful shade. I just think it's gonna look beautiful. Sandwiched in between African Clay. I'm gonna just take my blending brush and blend these edges to make sure that everything is nice and soft. And now Nala, I'm going to apply with my finger. Feels like butter. Perfection, perfection, perfection. And I'm gonna bring that right up into the crease and then just blending the edges outside. Oh. This palette makes me happy. And then again, just taking my blending brush. So this look definitely needs a little bit of liner. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the liner, and actually let's just run. I'm gonna run African Clay on the lower lash line. I haven't added concealer yet, so we'll do that off camera, do the liner, and then come back to finish this look. So for my liner, I went in with Dose of Colors Extra Baggage, but I felt like it wasn't brown enough. So I used my Spliff liner by Melt Cosmetics, and I feel like it gave me exactly what I was looking for. So I'm going to take my Marc Jacobs concealer, and I am just going to dot that on the lower part of my eyes, you guys can see here. And then using this Hourglass brush, I am just going to apply the concealer where I see that I need it. And I'm patting and blending. Okay, this looks a little crazy. I'm gonna go in with my Milk foundation stick, and using this brush, I am just going to add a little bit of my foundation to this so that I don't look really bright under my eyes, because that's not the look I'm going for. I know what happened, or what is happening here. I used my Fenty powder in Cashew today, which is a little bit darker. You know, Mama was trying to look a little bronzy. And that's why it's looking a little too light. So I'm just taking whatever's on the cap and I'm pressing that into that concealer. And voila, my people, I look much better. We don't let product go to waste, ladies and gentlemen. We don't. How do we feel about this look? I'm gonna take a flat brush and I'm going to take Nala and just do a little bit of detail work. So when you use your finger to apply these shadows, sometimes you don't get exact coverage or precision. So that's all I'm doing now. It's just kind of going in to blend. And I'm looking into several different mirrors just to make sure that everything is looking the way I want it to. The nice thing about halo eyes is that you don't have to be very exact with it, but I'm a little anal about some things. So I'm gonna take my Gucci bronzer, and this one is in 03. It's a little bit deeper than 02, which is I think what I have, right? No, I lied. 03 is a lighter shade. I'm gonna go in with 04. Let me show you guys what the difference. 04, 03. It's just a very slight difference, but I prefer 03. But for today, we are gonna go in with 04. Because again, I wanna look bronzed. I don't know if you guys notice how patchy that went on, but it can go on a little bit patchy. Where you see the quality is how it blends out. So I don't mind that it can look a little patchy, because once you start blending, it just kind of falls where it needs to go. Boom, 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 boom. It blends out beautifully. Don't mind my ratchet hair either, guys. It bothers me when YouTubers are like, don't mind my hair, I haven't done it, and here I am doing it. Like, we know, boo-boo, we know. I am definitely one of those ragamuffins. Like, I come in, my hair looks a mess, and at the end I'm like, okay, my hair is done and everything. It's just, I don't like to do my hair before makeup because I end up having to pull it up, and it's a mess anyway. So I'm a little torn because I kind of want to go neutral blush, but I feel like I want to add something a little vibrant and orangey or pink. We're gonna go with strawberry daiquiri. Change of plans, ladies and gentlemen. We are going with Crush on Cupid. I was going to say I'm going to use the same brush, but no, we have a clean Fenty blush brush. Fenty has quickly become one of my favorite brands. Like, I think about their products and I haven't tried anything that I don't like. So I'm feeling like I need a little bit more of a peachy finish under my eyes. Like, I can still see some of the darkness. And I just took a Benefit concealer in number 7, I think it is. And I'm just going to hit the hollows of my under eye and then bring whatever's left over. For me, it's not so much about brightness. I don't really care for my under eye to be bright. What I care about is correcting. And that's why I always go for a peachy concealer. Yeah, or a darker concealer. All right, guys, so I'm going to take this Zoeva 132 brush, and I'm going to take these two shades and mix them for my highlighter. It just makes for a really soft highlight effect. I'm going to use my Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. So I've lined my lips with Oh She's Single by Patrick Ta, and I am also going to go in with Oh She's Single lipstick. So my hair is pulled back neatly. You're welcome. In looking at this, what I'm finding is that I like the way that the eyes look, but I feel like it needs something else. Like, I feel like it's pretty, but we can make it better. So I'm going to take, let's try Landscape, which is one of my favorite colors. It's this one here. It's a beautiful, like, champagne gold. And I'm going to apply it with a flat brush, and I'm just going to apply it to the center of Nala. Oh yeah, can you guys see the difference? So I didn't cover Nala, I just added a little something to the center. I'm happy with it. So here is your final look. I hope that you guys enjoyed this. Please be sure to like this video, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and make sure to hit that little notification bell because I upload 3 videos a week and I don't want you guys to miss any of them. Also, leave me a comment down below letting me know if you guys own this palette or what your thoughts are on it. I really love it. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this. Thank you so much for spending time with me today, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.